Now on 18 Eyewitness News.
Coming up on 18 Eyewitness News, the investigation continues into a homicide in Bollinger County on Thursday. Also, Mineral Area College still has openings in a new program that starts next month. Plus, St. Francis County food pantries are the beneficiaries of this past Saturday's Mile for a Meal project by Helping Hands. All of these stories and how long will these fall temperatures stay with us?
Coverage you can count on. This is 18 Eyewitness News.
Here's a look at our top story. Bollinger County authorities are continuing to investigate the death of a 35-year-old Jeffrey Scott Robbins, who was found dead in his home Thursday by his 3 children. According to media reports, an autopsy confirmed that Robbins died of a gunshot wound to the back of his head. The report also showed that the deadly shot was fired by someone else. Robbins was the owner of HJR Towing and Recovery in Marble Hill. Since part of his work entailed repossessing vehicles, authorities have speculated Robbins' job could have made him many enemies. Authorities are looking into potential suspects and persons of interest. Now Dustin Kopp is here with a look at our first forecast. Dustin?
Good evening, Aaron. Good evening, everybody. We saw a nice day here in southeast Missouri. Low 80s for highs and plenty of sunshine. Let's take a look at current conditions throughout the area. 74 in Festus and St. Genevieve, as well as in Fredericktown and Piedmont. Pretty much everywhere in southeast Missouri is at 74 degrees right now. Going through the evening hours, we'll see sunny skies at 7 p.m., 71 degrees, 65 by 9. Clear skies remain overnight. By midnight, we'll see a temperature around 59. I'll give you more details on the nice weather is going to continue in southeast Missouri, plus a chance of some showers for later on in the week. All those details coming up later in your Storm Tracker 18 weather forecast.
Stoddard County authorities are hoping to have some answers regarding a body found off County Road 403 just north of Dexter late Thursday afternoon. Authorities have not confirmed if the body was male or female or the approximate age. However, the body was sent to the St. Louis Medical Examiner's office. Stoddard County Sheriff Carl Hefner has told reporters foul play is not suspected at this time. A few seats still remain in Mineral Area College's maintenance technician in the healthcare setting program, which starts in October. Support specialist Allison Sheets says potential students must meet certain criteria under the Mo Health Wins grant.
Unemployed, underemployed, so you're just not making what you used to be making compared to maybe your education. And then again, TAA individuals, so if you've lost your job due to your job going overseas. Low skilled folks that come in, and if they're at say an 8th grade reading or math level and they're looking to increase their skills.
Allison says preference will also be given to qualified veterans and their spouses. She says the program will actually offer graduates 3 different certificates as they continue through the program.
The first one is just kind of an overview of what a maintenance technician would need. Basic electrical components, pumps, pneumatics, fluid power, things that they would see on a day-to-day basis in a large hospital setting.
The second certificate will be heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, and the third, a stationary engineering program. Potential students should contact Allison at MAC to be certain he or she meets the Mo Wins grant eligibility requirements. The East Missouri Action Agency is looking for suppliers to cut wood for their low-income clients who use wood to heat their homes. Spokesperson Shanna Ashton says East Missouri's goal is making their community a better place to live by helping those who need a hand.
So we contract with local individuals to start their own little businesses, wood businesses, and we pay them to give a service to our low-income clients. Not all agencies do that type of thing. We do. That's just part of our mission here. So we're looking for people who are interested in business opportunities throughout the 8 counties that we serve to cut the wood.
Wood suppliers are needed for Bollinger, Cape Girardeau, Iron, Madison, Perry, St. Genevieve, St. Francis, and Washington counties. Shanna says wood suppliers can do well through the program because about 1,000 of their low-income families use wood to heat their homes.
If they qualify, they'll be qualified for up to $800 per person. So what that means is if you've got a household that's qualified, that means that they can get $800 worth of wood, just that one household.
To become a wood supplier, you have to attend a meeting Tuesday at the East Missouri Action Agency Outreach in Deloge at 11 o'clock in the morning or 6 in the evening. For more information, call Shanna at 431-5191, extension 1137. And when we come back, St. Francis County food pantries will benefit from this past weekend's Mile for a Meal project. That story's coming up only right here on 18 Eyewitness News.
When you're looking for quality home furnishings, appliances, and more, look no further than Heartland Furniture and Appliance. Heartland Furniture and Appliance offers great low prices every day and 6 months same as cash financing. No hassle leasing and great customer service. With 3 locations to better serve you, the customer. In Doniphan, Dexter, and Piedmont on both sides of Main Street. Heartland Furniture and Appliance.
Sing a song about the Heartland. Sing a song about my life.
Oh, the blood of Jesus washes. Let it wash you this morning. Oh, the blood of Jesus shed for me. What a sacrifice that saved my life. With the blood, it is my victory.
Take control of your future by enrolling at the Unitech Career Center. Discover a new career with Unitech's nursing programs or the opportunities with Unitech's sheet metal fabricating program, or turn your hobby into a career with Unitech's power sports equipment program. From electrical trades to automotive technology programs, the first step to a well-paying future starts at the Unitech Career Center, Raider Road in Bonne Terre. For adult information, call 358-3011. For high school information, call 358-2271.
You're watching 18 Eyewitness News with Fred Dawkins, Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp, and Jeremy Martin with sports. 18 Eyewitness News continues.
St. Francis County food pantries are the beneficiaries of this past Saturday's Mile for a Meal project by Helping Hands. Organizer Lori Luttrell says the original idea for Mile for a Meal was to show how much food would be needed to connect both ends of St. Francis County because the need is growing.
1 out of every 4 citizens in this county does not know where their next meal is coming from. And I can't buy into that. I can't accept that. And so Helping Hands, though September was our month to support them anyway, we decided to do something a little different. And hopefully through the Smile for a Meal, we're able to give them a big injection of food supplies to hopefully carry them to close to the holiday season.
One of the significant contributors to the project was the Farmington Middle School, who donated 787 cans. Teacher Christy Widow says everyone at the school took part.
I was very amazed at the kindness and generosity of all the middle schoolers who thought to bring in cans, and the teachers and staff and our cafeteria ladies, our teachers. I mean, it was a whole school effort, the secretaries, everybody.
It's estimated some 5,000 food items were donated to the effort. All the items will all be distributed to food pantries in the county, including St. Vincent de Paul, the Ministerial Alliance, and the Elvins Food Pantry. The American Heart Association is introducing a new event to St. Francis County. The Walk to Tackle Heart Disease will take place on Friday, September 21st, just prior to the Farmington North County football game. Barb Wiring says the goal is to raise awareness because the nation and the county's #1 killer is preventable.
Actually, 35% of the people will die of heart disease. It will kill more people than all cancers combined. We want people to be aware that heart disease is 80% preventable if you just exercise, eat right, and not smoke.
Registration for the walk starts at 5 that evening, with the event itself stepping off at 6. Julia Hederman says walkers are encouraged to wear red, or they can buy one of the event's t-shirts for $10.
We'll have these shirts available. They say Rock the Beat on the front. On the back, it's locally done, Walk to Tackle Heart Disease. It has the 2 helmets that represent Farmington High School and North County High School.
All monies raised from the donations by walkers and t-shirt sales go to support the work of the American Heart Association. A Dexter teen faces a preliminary hearing this week on a charge of second-degree arson. 18-year-old Timothy Keeling will go before Stoddard County's Associate Judge Joe Satterfield on Wednesday afternoon. Satterfield will determine if there's enough evidence to bound Keeling over to trial in circuit court. The teen has already admitted to starting the August 17th fire at the workshop near downtown Dexter. He is in the Stoddard County Jail on a $50,000 cash-only bond. And still to come, how computers get kids to be more open and honest at the doctor's office.
More nice weather's on the way for southeast Missouri, but I'm tracking some rain in the near future. All those details coming up next in your Storm Tracker 18 weather forecast.
When someone comes in a Mineral Area's emergency department, our focus is giving them the best treatment in the quickest manner possible. We track every single patient, sending the doctors information before they even walk in the room. We have dedicated X-ray and CT equipment in our emergency department. We don't have to waste any time running all over the hospital. We know that minutes count in an emergency, and you can count on ER Plus at Mineral Area Regional Medical Center.
Now, here's your Storm Tracker 18 weather forecast with Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp.
And welcome back. We did see a nice day here in southeast Missouri, and more nice weather's on the way. We do have a little bit of a warmer atmosphere for tomorrow than it was today, but really not too bad here in this area. Looking at weather headlines for southeast Missouri, we're going to see the continuing cool air on tap. It's going to be a little bit warmer than it was today. However, we're going to still see those cooler air temperatures, plus plenty of sunshine, and it looks like a possibility of some showers for Friday. Here in southeast Missouri, everybody's in the 70s, 74 degrees that is, including Ironton, Fredericktown, and Piedmont, as well as in Poplar Bluff and Van Buren. Here at the studio, we're also 74, plenty of sunshine, feels like 74 out there. Current dew point right now, 51, 66% humidity, and a southeast wind at 5 miles per hour. What's in store for your day tomorrow? We're going to see plenty of sunshine through southeast Missouri. Really can't complain. Next weather system's off to the west, and that's what's going to give us the rain for later on in the week. I'll show you that in the 7-day forecast. So for tonight, clear skies, low around 51, light to variable winds, 51 in St. Genevieve, Fredericktown 50, 53 in Piedmont, down in Van Buren 50, and 53 in Poplar Bluff. And then for tomorrow, we'll see a temperature around 85 degrees, just a little bit warmer, clear skies, south wind 5 to 10. And look at our temperatures around the area, 87 degrees in Potosi, 86 in Ironton, Van Buren 86, and 87 in Poplar Bluff. The next several days are looking like this here in southeast Missouri. On Wednesday, plenty of sunshine, 85 degrees once again. Then on Thursday, mostly sunny skies, 86. Then we're cooling down on Friday to 80 degrees with some showers in the forecast. Saturday and Sunday look nice. Temperature is 77 on Saturday, partly sunny. 83 rather on Sunday with mostly sunny skies. Back to 82 on Monday with partly sunny skies on Monday. Now look at our weekend forecast. Partly sunny on Saturday, high of 77, low of 56. A little bit warmer on Sunday, mostly sunny, high of 83. That's checking your Storm Tracker weather forecast. More details located at kdkz18.com. Just click on the weather tab. Aaron, back to you.
Thanks, Dustin. Well, if you are a parent of a teenager, you know how hard it can be to get them to talk about their personal lives, especially when it comes to their health. But a new study shows that allowing kids to confide in computers could make a dramatic difference. Clark Powell shows us how a new device helps kids open up at the doctor's office and lead healthier lives.
The device is a handheld computer that makes valuable use of a teenager's time in the waiting room. It's here, one-on-one with this computer, that young patients like Laura Steele answer a series of questions about her health. The questions are often personal, dealing with things like depression, drug use, or sexual activity, things Laura feels more comfortable answering here than here.
I don't think like if a physician would have asked me those questions, I would have been as comfortable answering them as I was with the keypad touch screen.
And because young patients feel more comfortable with the computer, they're often more open and honest with their answers. That gives doctors right then and there an opportunity to talk to adolescents about their health concerns and bring up issues that might otherwise have gone unnoticed.
It's given specifically to the physician caring for the patient before the visit. So the clinician can come up with a game plan going into how are we going to address this? How can I talk to them about this?
It's called a Healthy Touchpad and was developed by doctors at Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus, Ohio. And a new study shows it can make a dramatic difference in healthcare for kids. Teens who were involved in the screening program were 24% more likely to have a follow-up medical visit and 6 times more likely to get care for behavioral problems like substance use or depression.
We're hoping that by catching these things early and treating them early, we decrease negative long-term outcomes that have long-term, long-lasting health effects.
Many young people like Laura say that computers just make sense. Her generation grew up with computers after all, so many see them as just another natural tool in an effort to lead healthier lives. At Nationwide Children's Hospital, this is Clark Powell reporting.
Doctors say the Health eTouchpads also make doctors' visits much more efficient. By knowing the concerns of a patient before the exam, doctors can focus on those needs right then and not waste time with other issues. Coming up in today's Your Life segment, the first of a special 2-part series on making sure your kids are safe at school on today's Focus on the Family.
I'm Stacy Johnson. It's house buying time, but now you got some questions to answer, like how much house can you afford and how much house should you buy? Answers ahead on Money Talks News.
Your Health is brought to you by Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy. Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy of Deloge. We're caring for you and about you is our business. From taking time to explain your medication, offering a caring touch, to a full line of medical equipment, supplies, and diabetic shoes. We'll help you understand your options and assist you with Medicare drug plan enrollment with a comfortable waiting area, convenient drive-through or free delivery. Caring for our neighbors is our business. Your locally owned Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy just off of Highway 67 at the Deloge exit. When you're recovering from a traumatic injury, the last thing you need is an unexpected bill. Because most health insurers pay only a part of air transport, Archair Medical has a solution, the Omni Advantage program. For a membership fee of $49 per year, Omni Advantage guarantees you and other covered family members will not have to pay anything that your health insurer doesn't provide. In an extraordinary emergency, the last thing you need to worry about is cost. Contact Archair Medical or visit them on the web to discover all the advantages of Omni Advantage.
As our kids head back to the classroom, most everyone would agree that school should be a safe place for all kids to learn and grow. But as Dr. Bill Meyer reports in the first segment of a special 2-part Focus on the Family, that isn't always the case.
It's a nature of the beast that there are in-groups and out-groups, and there is a social hierarchy, and it happens here, it happens everywhere.
Russ Sojourner is a public school principal who lives with the same reality your kids do every day. You see, there's a pecking order in every school and every class. And if your child is at the bottom, he may be a target for bullies.
There is a bit of a superiority complex amongst the kids that feel like they're athletic and they feel like they're cool and they feel like they're big and they feel like they're attractive. And it makes them feel even bigger if they can look down on the kids that aren't so attractive, if they can put them down, if they can make fun of them.
Being picked on or bullied is extremely painful. Kids just want to fit in. They want friends. They want to be connected. And when they're not, the results can be tragic, sometimes leading to suicide or even school violence.
After Columbine, we should be more sensitive to kids who felt like they were bullied, who felt like they were outcast. When it comes to a point where kids are killing kids because they feel like they're being picked on, I think as a nation we should be more sensitive to it.
Your choices define who you are, true or false? Your choices here at school define who you are.
Beyond the societal ramifications of bullying, there are the small, everyday tragedies. Kids who don't feel safe in school simply cannot learn.
How hard is it to stand up and do the right thing and swim upstream? Tell me, how hard? It's really hard.
If one child sees another child just being picked on and almost abused by other kids will have that fear and will either follow that leader, that other, just to keep themselves safe, or we'll just keep quiet and just be as invisible as possible. And it creates a dynamic that's extremely unhealthy in a classroom.
Next time, we'll take a look at what schools and teachers can do to help make learning safe for all kids. For Focus on the Family, I'm Dr. Bill Meyer.
For more valuable information on life, issues, relationships, and family, please visit our website, kdkz18.com, and click Focus on the Family under the Lifestyles tab. You found the perfect house, but it's a little more than you wanted to pay. Money reporter Stacy Johnson helps you answer the question, can I afford this house?
After years of falling prices and foreclosures, it's hard to imagine that owning a home is the American dream. Yet for many people, it definitely still is. For example, Chris, he sent me this email. Do you think a house that's $110,000 with yearly taxes in the $4,200 range is too much for a person making $34,000 a year? I currently have $10,000 saved for closing costs and down payment. It's a simple enough question to answer. All you have to do is go to any number of calculators online that'll tell you. Like this one from MSN. I put in the cost of the house, his down payment, say this is his only debt, put in property taxes, estimate insurance, and there you have it. He can't afford that house with that income. That's because most mortgage lenders don't want you to spend more than 28% of your income on housing costs. In Chris's case, that means he can afford about an $89,000 house. So does that mean Chris and other house hunters like him are out of the market? Not necessarily. Chris could buy a cheaper house. He could wait until he saved for a bigger down payment. He could do what I did on my first house and actually just did recently on this one, partner with a friend. But the real lesson to be learned here is you don't want to buy the max house you can afford. You want to buy the house you can comfortably afford. The more house you buy, the more you have to furnish, clean, maintain, heat, and air condition. Buy what you need, not what you want, and especially not what some real estate agent tells you to buy. Want to learn more about the right way to buy a house? Go to moneytalksnews.com and just do a search for real estate. For Money Talks News, I'm Stacy Johnson.
As Stacy said, he's got more information and links at his website. To get there, just go to our website at kdkz18.com and click on the Money Talks link under the Lifestyles menu.
And coming up in sports, I'll have a look at area high school football action. The Cardinals start a 7-game West Coast swing tonight, and the Rams lose in the last 10 seconds. These stories and more coming up in sports on 18 Eyewitness News.
Attention, Accutane warning. If you have Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or inflammatory bowel disease, it may have been caused by the acne drug Accutane. Accutane victims have recently been awarded millions of dollars. Do not delay. There are time deadlines to file a claim.
Call the Rely On Group now to be connected with an experienced attorney. There is absolutely no risk on your part. You don't owe us a penny unless we are successful.
Call the Rely On Group at 800-698-3105.
If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, call now to get the new talking meter. These new meters are more accurate, they're easier to use, and the best news is you don't have to prick your fingers anymore. Arriva makes it simple. They bill Medicare directly. There are no upfront costs, and they deliver your supplies right to your door for free.
For more information, call 1-800-587-7095.
This is Sports Zone, only on 18 Eyewitness News with Jeremy Martin.
Friday's stormy weather moved most area high school football games to Saturday. But by the third week, the good teams are starting to rise to the top. Jackson beat Farmington 34-15. Park Hills Central surprised Fredericktown in overtime 20-14. North County shut out DeSoto 38-0. Potosi handled Perryville 30-14. Maplewood got by St. Genevieve 30-22. And Cape Central had no trouble with Poplar Bluff 35-14. St. Louis salvaged a win against red-hot Milwaukee Sunday when the Cardinals scored a run in the 10th inning to beat the Brewers 5-4. Matt Carpenter hit a one-out single and advanced to second on a wild pitch. A single to right field by Alan Craig scored Carpenter for the victory. St. Louis holds a game-and-a-half lead over Los Angeles for the second wild card spot. The Cardinals start a West Coast swing tonight with 3 games in San Diego, followed by 4 with the Dodgers. And the Lions were out of timeouts, and just 15 seconds on the clock separated the Rams from a 23-20 victory in Jeff Fisher's first game as head coach. As Detroit broke the huddle on 2nd and goal from the St. Louis 5, the Rams expected a fade pattern to Lions wide receiver Calvin Johnson. But instead, quarterback Matthew Stafford dumped the ball to running back Kevin Smith, who could have walked into the end zone. He was so wide open. The touchdown with 10 seconds left put a dagger in the Rams, who dropped their season opener 27-23. The Rams will try to bounce back against Washington when they host the Redskins next Sunday afternoon. And that's a look at sports. Aaron and Dustin, back over to you.
Dustin, we saw some rain move throughout the viewing area over the weekend, and how are we doing as far as the precipitation goes?
We did see some rain, and we definitely needed it. We're still below what we need to be, but we're starting to get back up there with all the rain that we've seen. Actually, I've noticed that yards need to be mowed now for several months in a row.
I mowed my yard last Sunday, and it looks like it hasn't even been mowed yet.
Yeah, and it's funny that in a matter of 4 months, I've mowed my yard once, and
now
I need to mow it again. So let's take a look at that 7-day forecast, shall we? And we're going to see sunshine tomorrow and Wednesday as well as on Thursday. Mid-80s for highs. Friday, we've got some showers moving in the forecast. Temperature around 80 degrees. Back down to 77 on Saturday. So Saturday's going to look nice. Not too bad at all. A little bit warmer on Sunday, mostly sunny, 83. And then 82 on Monday, partly sunny skies. Not too bad at forecast at all. It does look like some showers and thunderstorms are moving back in the forecast towards the late beginning to middle part of next week.
All right, so at least we're down into some cooler temperatures. I always appreciate that. That'll do it for 18 Eyewitness News at 6 o'clock. We'll see you again tonight at 10, and then tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. I'm Aaron Cox.
And I'm Dustin Kopp. The news doesn't stop here. Just go to KDKZ18.com for your latest news, weather, and sports. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. News Watch is next. We'll see you tonight at 10.
Do you see news happening in your neighborhood? Email us at news@kdkz.tv.
Here's what's coming up tonight on KDKZ 18.